This is going to try to be a short video because, well, I'm not really busy. I just don't want to do that much this week anymore. I'm going to try to post something next week, but today I just wanted to share something that I just found out about the new upcoming game upcoming game, just the game, not the TV show, Sonic Boom. So, I was scrounging around on Sonic Wiki because I actually like going there and researching a lot of stuff and some of the things I really didn't know about the franchise, and I came across this article somebody made about more details on the game. And I was reading it, and you can probably see it here. Hopefully you can, but I don't really feel like reading it. But I'll just read a little bit of it. So it says, first off, Sega says this is not a series reboot, which makes me feel like an idiot because I thought it would be. But that's just me being retarded. I knew they wouldn't technically make this a reboot because they knew it would screw with things. And they knew how the fans would react, and that that saying I just said, how the fans will react, will come into play later on in the video. So, the Sega American president John Gene, he stressed it out that he couldn't stress enough that he's not trying to replace the original franchise. And Aaron Weber said it was just a new branch of the Sonic series. This is kind of like going to be treated as a spinoff, basically. And this third Nintendo exclusive game in the Nintendo Sega partnership will be developed by Big Red Button, Wii U, for the Wii U, and sorry if I butchered this, Sanzaru on the 3DS. Now, I understand that Sega and Nintendo are trying to get an agreement, but seriously, you need to think about the other players who don't have a Wii U. Some of us still haven't gotten a reason to get a Wii U. I played a Wii U, okay, but I just don't have a reason to get one. I mean, Mario looks great. I understand a lot of games on there look great. I mean, Wind Waker HD looks great. Mario looks great. There's all sorts of games on there, but there's just not a real reason to get it. It's just a personal thing. And they go on to say that each game on different consoles, there'll be different games, but in the same universe, which is, like, I guess it can be kind of confusing because it's not like Colors and it's not like Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations both on 3DS and Sonic one on 3DS and one on all the other consoles that are, they're kind of the same but not technically. You see, Colors plays kind of like Rush, and the console game, the Wii version of Colors, it plays like another Sonic game. But so I'm guessing that the games will be different, but set in the same universe. And I'm guessing it's going to be very different from the Colors version, from Colors 3DS and Colors Wii, because they had to announce it. I'm not sure about that, but they said this is the thing that really bugs me, and I'm pretty sure that this is the reason why most fans would ape shit. Not only because of the character design, but this. The game features traditional Sonic elements such as speed, but it'll star alongside exploration, combat, and the new intervene tethering mechanic. And then it goes on to say, no, speed will not be a primary element, but not the main objective. That's the part that's gonna bug me. I don't really care about speed in the Sonic game. I understand that there's a whole argument going on that if you want a platforming game, a platforming Sonic game, speed has to be sacrificed. And if you want a fast moving Sonic game, platforming has to be sacrificed. That's why most games feel like they're on a race car track to some people, because it's all speed. That's what some people want. And when you ask, I don't want this Sonic game with just speed, I want to go platforming, you get something like Sonic the Hedgehog, or Sonic Heroes, which was very platform heavy, but still a good game on its own merit. But now you're thinking, what the fuck is an interbeam? Well, I actually went to look that up. It's basically an object that all four of the playable characters, Sonic, Tails, Amy, and Knuckles, utilize in the game. The inner beam, as the name implies, is an energy beam. No, duh. I mean, it's really cleverly named, guys. Just saying. It consists of several lightning bolts interweaving to form a web. I cannot talk today, and it can extend when necessary, behaving much like a bungee cord. And its color matches the user. So Sonic is blue, Amy's is pink, Tails is yellow, and Knuckles is red, obviously. And the energy beam is a versatile technique that can be used by many purposes, both for navigation and in combat. It can activate gimmicks such as zip lines and all the other good stuff. When I first heard it, I thought it was gonna be like the little ring mechanic in Knuckles Chaotic Layer, but I'm guessing not. And here's the other things that I found interesting. That this was on the same article as the other guy. This right here. It was on the same article, and these are the little things that he says that they know about the Wii U version. It's gonna run on a CryEngine, and Big Red Button is led by Bob Rafey, a Naughty Dog veteran, which I found interesting, and because if you look at the art style of the characters, you can see that there's a lot of Naughty Dog-ish kind of cartoonish looking things going on there. And he's a veteran of Naughty Dog, and he was working on the Jak and Daxter series, which is one of my favorite game franchises, along with Ratchet and Clank. I'm a really big Jak and Daxter fan, but I was still really disappointed about Lost Frontier. Just saying. Some people like it, but I found it okay. And the Sonic Boom series as a whole is being run out of Sega of America as a fully westernized version of the franchise. And it goes on to say, whereas we all know Sonic Team is Japanese based, we all should know that. The concept started with the show made in French, and decided to make a game with Western devs. This is really interesting. The game is being developed over here. Sonic Team is Japanese based, and the TV show is going to be made in France. Whatever. And here's the little thing where I go on a kind of little mini rant. It goes on to say, while speed is the element in the game, it's not the main focus for Sonic Boom. And that's the thing that the Sega should be avoiding to say. That's the one thing I really wish they did not say. That it's not going to be the main focus of the game. Because fans have this mentality of, it's a game and a franchise, so it must always abide by the franchise's rules. That's not always the case. Look at Mario. That's not always the case. Again, look at Mario. That is not always the case, people. Mario has RPG series. He has games that he doesn't even star in, like Wario. But Mario has always been a platforming game. Back in the 80s, back the original Mario game, the original Super Mario Bros. Game, at least, was a platformer. And then it evolved into like this RPG kind of thing. So that's why we have Mario RPG games. They're not always about platforming. But people are going to have this mentality that I can already see the reviews now how Sonic isn't all about speed. Of course it's not going to be all about speed, since this is kind of like a spin-off. It's not a main series Sonic game. It's a spin-off series. You see, they're going to start a whole Sonic Boom series. So it's kind of like a spin-off. And it goes on to say, combat and strong narrative and major aspects of the game, which I wholeheartedly had a very good, hearty laugh at, because I'm always skeptical of narratives in Sonic games, especially when they announce that it's gonna be a big narrative. Look at us being all Stephen King over here, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. And it's gonna be. It goes on to say it's not gonna be a completely open world game. It's just, I'm guessing it's just gonna have big levels in there, since they're trying to go for the whole adventure thing, the whole Sonic adventure thing. So this part right here is basically that it's not going to be an open world game. It's just going to have open environments. And it goes on to say there's a critical path, and You can choose content outside, same as just sandbox game. They're trying to be really sandboxy with this. And you can probably read this if you want to. So you can probably pause and read that, but I just want to get on something else. And it says each character is going to have specific abilities, as we can see by the trailer. Sonic is going to be speed. Amy's going to do whatever. I really didn't catch what her real gimmick was. Knuckles is going to be able to punch things. And Tails, I guess he's going to be able to fly everywhere. And this is something that really made me laugh too. They made Amy a much bigger character in the game because they wanted to be more of a strong female character to appeal to the girls. Why not pick Blaze? She is the best female character in the series, but she acts like a normal woman. I'm sorry for any of you Amy fans that I might piss off right now, but I don't like Amy's character. I just don't. Yeah, she just seems like that one character that every girl can fit their shoes in because she's such a fanboy. Fangirl, my fault. It's like One Direction's sleazy, overly like talking to you kind of thing. That's kind of what Amy is. She's like, I'm not only Amy Rose. I represent you, who you want to be. You can say you can better slot yourself in my situation, so you can ogle Sonic or something like that. And I'm sorry for bringing up One Direction. I've been like looking at a lot of pop song reviews by other like reviewers, and I've just been peeved out on some things. They're just awful, but Amy having a bigger, stronger role, this is something I gotta see because it just sounds hilarious. And they're going for the whole 4-player co-op, and I can already hear people screaming, "Oh my God, this is Super Mario Bros. 3D World," and Sonic World. I can already see the comparison. Again, 2-player co-op. Set that up here. New enemies gonna be darker and more foreboding than Eggman. I bet you want to think he's just gonna come back and steal the spotlight like always. Wouldn't be surprised if it actually goes through with actually having a villain, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna be killed off in this one game and never spoke up again. And again, they just have to keep reassuring this. Sonic Team will still make games focused on speed that aren't part of the Sonic Boom series. They're trying to reassure that this isn't going to be a game focused completely on Sonic speed. That people are going to be trying to say that it's a game that completely focuses on Sonic speed. And that's just it for me. This is just me giving a little update to anybody who wants to hear it. Anybody doesn't feel like, going to look up it for yourself. And maybe my soothing / irritating voice may give you a little pointers on what the game's going for. And please just give this game and the show just a little bit of respect for trying to be different. It's not trying to be like other Sonic games, they're just trying something new. I'm Graham Richard Circus. I'll see you guys later.